on BBC Radio 1.
In new music we trust on BBC Radio 1.
Trust us to bring you the best new music
from across the UK and from around the world.
Ladies and gentlemen,
in new music we trust
on BBC Radio 1.
Stop.
Now.
Let's go.
Somebody make some noise for Fabio on BBC Radio 1.
Many thanks to Rory McConnell from BBC Introducing myself. It's Fabio for the next 2 hours. It's drum and bass. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what's happening on the show after this track. D-Minds, a track entitled Visions. Yes. Up for it tonight. Kicking off the show, the sound of Distorted Minds. Slightly different kind of flavour for them. Old Eamon style track called Visions. We have got a show tonight. We have got Icicle in the house. All the way from Amsterdam. Got a great album out on Shogun. We're going to be talking about that. We've got the now well-established Quiet Storm. We get deep. got me in the mix. You got the rewind track. The rewind track is always heated. And I get people writing on my actual personal Facebook wall. That groove done me last week. Come on, man. So the battle commences a little bit later. We've got a crack track from Chrissy and Bailey. And we are going to be telling you about big things happening next week on the show. We're telling you about what I've been up to. Been out DJing and doing my thing. Big up to all the Fabric Massive, all the Swerve crew. Good to see LTJ book them down there last week, Wednesday. Also, not forgetting Spiritual Elements, their 13th birthday party. Myself, Grooverider, LTJ Bookham, and John B. What a great night that was. Big up to Morad and all the Brighton crew. Sunday nights, Monday mornings. And the iPlayer Massive. The iPlayer Massive. Big up to the iPlayer Massive. A track from the guest on my last show. I tell you what, that was one of the most entertaining shows, man. Great stuff from Marcus Intalex. Very informative stuff. Big up to Marcus. Here's a track from the album, Marcus Intalex and S.P.Y. A track entitled Celestial Navigation. We're going to go 3 in a row. This is how we do it. It's Fabio, it's Radio 1.
time for some drum and bass. Drum and bass, drum and bass, drum and bass, drum and bass, drum and bass.
But baby, you've got to slow down, baby. Ooh, baby. Yeah, yeah. But baby,
Love that track, it's too gutty, man. Critical Impact. Yeah, love that. Love that track. Before that, of course, you had Dying Breaks. Wonderful remix of Slow Down, one of tunes of the year so far. And before that, you had my former guest, Marcus Intalex, alongside S.P.Y in a track called Celestial Navigation. We have got coming up on the show, Icicle. As I said before, got his wonderful album on Friction Shogun label. Known the guy for a little while, man, and he's killing it at the moment. So big shout to Icicle. Also the rest of the Amsterdam Massive, Switch Lensman, all the camp. Yes, indeed. Going to be telling you about Chasing Status a little bit later as well. Big things happening. Big shout to my boy S.P.Y Belgrade down there in Belgrade. Who would have thought? A lot of great stuff coming from Europe. This is one of the biggest names. Another former guest on my show. Got to get him back on. I know he's working on a new album. The man called Netsky. Track entitled Tomorrow is Another Day. I tell you what, man, April has been incredible for the weather. Easter time. Wicked. Actually, I've got to tell you, but I went to a West End club last week, Saturday night. It was absolutely hilarious. I've got some stories to tell you about that after this. Wicked track on Liq-weed Ganja. Big shout to my boy Hype. Also to Pascal, to everybody that represents.
Tomorrow's another day. Yeah, tomorrow's
Indeed.
another day.
great track. The sound of Netsky. And a track entitled Tomorrow is Another Day. Netsky from Belgium. The United Colours of D&B. We loving that.
Tomorrow's another day. Yeah, tomorrow's another day.
Right, Saturday night. I had a night off on Saturday night. So I decided, right, you know what? I don't want to hear no drum and bass. I'm going to go into the West End. And a friend of mine had invited me to the West End. It was like, look, come to West End Club, full of celebs and footballers. That didn't attract me on any kind of level, but I thought, right, I'd go along, see what's going on. Went to the bar to get a drink. I always have a little sipple of vodka and lemonade. And gave the barman £20. And I got £3 back. So I said to the barman, excuse me, you've given me the wrong change. And he turned around and said to me, no, actually, that isn't what happened. I walked away. I think I gave him £15 and I didn't have no change and I was just working. I walked away. Security came up to me. I was like, excuse me. I was like, yeah. He was like, can you come to the bar? And I was like, what's going on? And the barman was like, oh, you didn't give me enough money. I said, I gave you £15. He said the drink was £17. Now, I'm not going to name the club, but a little argument ensued and I nearly got thrown out. £17! How does that work? And it had, like, the glass was full of ice, tiny bit of vodka, and a bit of lemonade. So we had to discuss this. And I didn't get thrown out. No, I didn't let down the name of Radio 1. I nearly did. There was a couple of altercations were going on. And then the most bizarre thing was, went outside for a little bit of fresh air. It was really hot. And there was about 6 girls that were just passed out, throwing up everywhere. I was like, what is going on in here? For a start, how can you afford drinks? And is this broken Britain? What is going on? One of them had to get escorted away by paramedics, and there was another 3, no word of a lie, sprawled out all over Carnaby Street. I tell you what, man. Next level. That was a dramatic night out. I learnt a lot. Brand new from Bladerunner. This track's nasty. It's called Mercenary. It's Fabio. It's Radio 1. Straight after this, some Facebook love. and James, of course. Production team, in hand, sorting out my bizzle. And they've just handed me a very wordy sheet. A very wordy read. So I'm going for it. It's a bit of a challenge because I've not read this. So if I make any mistakes... Oh my gosh, it is very wordy. But anyway, listen, we are near 50,000. We're at 48,975, which I'm not that impressed with. I thought by now we'd be looking at some 60,000s and stuff like that. But anyway, let's get 50,000 by Radio 1's big weekend in Carlisle, where both me and Groove will be playing. Really looking forward to that. Trust me, man, the last couple of years have been absolutely incredible. Also, I can tell you about a very special show happening next week, Monday, the 9th of May. We have a 2-hour special with Chase and Status. Me and Groove will be going through their career, the beginnings of Chase and Status, their influences, the music, and, you know, Chase and Status, you know, we've been there from Love's Theme, you know, a track they done 6 years ago. You know, a little track, a tiny little track that came out on Zinc's Bingo label. Done reasonably well, but if you was to say to me, like, 5 years later, they'd be packing out stadiums and stuff like that, I would have said, wow. So it's a massive achievement for the guy. If you're fans of Chase and Status, and if you've got burning questions you need to ask them, then get on our Facebook page and leave them there. We'll try and get Saul and Will to answer them, as many of your questions as possible. And the show goes out Monday the 9th of May. So it's not, you know, our regular Sunday spot. It will be Monday the 9th of May, or is that Sunday night, Monday morning? Have I got that horribly wrong?
It's the same time.
Hold it.
So it is going at the same time, but you know, I always forget.
Enough respect to all the massive them, because you know, say a musical live thing and we have to get lively and thing. No,
all right. Hello. It's going to be on our regular slot, but it's going to be absolutely crazy. Can't wait for that. Going to be talking about the album, going to be playing tracks. They're going to be here for the 2 hours and they're going to be representing. So wicked stuff. Also, a little bit later, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the Radio 1 big weekend in Carlisle. Some big names up in there. Chase and Status will be there. It's going to be giving you a little read about that later. Anyway, Shy FX. Brand new. Loving this little smooth groover.
No, come.
A few of your Facebook shouts after this, I promise.
There's a light drowning in tears.
Right, that's the sound of Total Science and S.P.Y. The Ghostrider VIP, forthcoming on CIA Records. Loving that. Reminds me of the old days. Right, time to do some international Facebook shouts. We have been asking for shouts from far-flung corners of the world. And you know, the one thing is, I forgot. Some of the names are quite difficult to read out if we do this. So, I'm doing my best. Big shout to Tiboha Mohafa, who says, I'm a South African, listen to you guys from Las Vegas. Wow, you're pimping, man. You guys are rocking my D&B socks off to the wall. In D&B we trust. Big up to you. I will not be saying your name again. Shout to Alistair Hay, who wrote, "Hey Fabio, at the office today. Looking forward to your show. Off to the UK tomorrow for a vacation. Big up from Waterloo, Ontario in Canada. Loving that." To a small town in New Zealand where Shanesh Kumar says, "You guys rule drum and bass." And lastly, wow, from Chile. That's big. I'm loving that. This is from Sebastian D. Rementaria, who says, great show, Fabio. Nice to hear you pulling down the low frequencies again. Nice one. So to Sebastian from Chile, to Shanesh from New Zealand, to Alistair from Ontario, and to Boa from South Africa, or Las Vegas via South Africa. Keep them coming, people. Keep them coming. Great stuff. Right, we have got Icicle coming up real soon, but it's that time. As Groove says, the favourite time of my show, a personal favourite for me, the Quiet Storm. We get all liquid, we get all deep, we get all funky. Kicking it off with the sound of Command Strange, making some wonderful music at the moment. It's the Quiet Storm.
bass and beats.
What's going on? This is Drake, and right now you in the mix with Fabio.
Somebody make some noise for Fabio on BBC Radio 1.
Representing the sounds of BBC Radio 1, give it up for Fabio! 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 Fabio!
listening to The Quiet Storm. Yeah. Got Icicle coming up real soon. Loving the album. Love Arrows from the album, man. Wicked, wicked track. Gonna get all jazzy. Sending this one out to Pesce. Reminds me of old kind of a Pesce from the 90s, man. Sending this one out to Diamond Eye. Also to Joe King, to Maruki, all the regulars, man. To Tammy Clark, to Shane Hendricks. Yeah, we get different, we get deep. Check this out, this is bad.
something that was passed to him, I believe, because I do not feel that a musician is the musician himself that creates music. I think he's only a filter of something that's supreme of all of us. And these melodies are a part of this preservation of quality, you know, because they have this pureness and form.
Quiet Storm. Remember, if you want track listings, go online, find out the tracks I've been playing in the background. My boy David Owen and a track entitled All That We've Been Through. Yeah, getting sublime at this time of the morning. Coming up real soon, we got Icicle. In about 5 to 10 minutes time. Remember, later on we're going to be telling you more about Chasing Status, more about the Radio 1 big weekends. Got a few more of your Facebook shouts to read out. Big shout going out to Lindsay and James and Sarah B. And summer's coming. We've had a taste of it, haven't we? But I hope it hasn't finished. Because you know that happens sometimes. We've had a good little run though, man. Right. Time for a track that, you know, I'm never need an excuse to play this track. Absolutely love this track. Probably played this track more times on my show than I've played any other track, probably. Sound of Alex Perez and James Pevin and a track entitled Forsaken. Absolutely love this track, man. Big shout going out to Alex. And the link between this, of course, came out on Shogun. See, I like to link things together. It's got to make sense on the show, right? Wicked tune, man. Wicked tune. Get the headphones on. Turn it up. And wait for the bass drop on this. It's Fabio. It's Sunday night, Monday morning.
You just kept going wrong. You never tried to be above.
Hey yo, Fabio, pull that back. That one is too heavy. Yes. The sound of Alex Perez from his album 1984, a track entitled Forsaken, along with Kevin Everett. Love that track, man. We'll always be playing that track, man. An absolute classic. Right, that track came out on Shogun, the album came out on Shogun, and a label mate and a good friend of Alex Perez. See, that's how we like to make these links, man. We have got Icicle in the house. What's up, man?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Haven't seen you for a little while, actually.
Yeah, just keeping my head down working on the album, I guess.
Yeah. So the album, when was it out? When was it released?
It was released last Monday.
And how did that come about? Did you guys sat down and thought, right, did you want to do an album, or was it something, right, you know what, I've got the hookup with the label, we're going to do an album?
No, I think I kind of wanted to, obviously. I mean, I've done, a lot of releases. It was sort of like, I guess, 2009 or something. I've done like a lot of releases on different labels, and I was kind of looking for what could be the next step, I guess.
Right.
I was looking for like a bit more of a home, like a label to sort of work with more exclusively. And that turned out to be Shogun, they were willing to support me fully, and they were really interested to do, artist albums like Alex's first and now mine, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's great because, it sounds as well, like Alex's album and your album, like you've had total artistic freedom, basically to do what you want on the tracks, man.
No, definitely. I mean, obviously that always has a limit, but they definitely supported us a lot, and then obviously when we were sort of talking about doing these projects, doing the albums and signing with Shogun, they started saying like, we want you guys to progress and we want you guys to do what you want to do and sort of build a sound in that way. Which is great, which has made it very interesting for all of us to sort of be with Shogun and, I don't know, just sort of write the music that we want to write.
It's always interesting to me, like, drum and bass was kind of like, jungle and drum and bass was kind of born in England and stuff like that. And it's kind of, how did you get into it? You're from Holland, right?
Yeah.
And what was your first taste of drum and bass?
I guess I was about 15 or something, just a little bit too young to go out to club nights, but I was a bit taller and whatever, so I was able to,
You could get away with it, yeah?
Yeah, well, basically. A couple of friends of mine told me they found this night basically in like a local club, and they said it was amazing. I had to go there. It was a drum and bass night. I went there.
Who was playing?
I couldn't remember, to be honest.
Wow.
I just walked in there. The wall of sound hit me and I just went like, wow, this is amazing. I was, my mind was blown.
So where was this in Holland? Whereabouts?
This is Nijmegen.
Oh, right. I've been there a couple of times.
Yeah, Doorn Roosje. You must have played it. Do you remember Jungle Galaxy?
Yes, I do.
Well, that was the night.
That's a deep night as well. That was a wicked night.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Esther was my hero back in the day, the resident DJ.
Right.
So, yeah, definitely, man.
And what is the scene like in Holland now? Because I went out to Holland at the beginning of the year for Logical Progression, and it was great. A really good young crowd that were really into the old school. But there's not so much. I used to go to Utrecht and Den Haag and places like that. Not so much in the kind of suburbs of Holland anymore, man.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, the fact that I'm living over here is sort of to make a career out of drum and bass kind of shows you a bit already.
Yeah.
Although obviously you don't have to look at Lensman or Noisy or Blacks and Empire.
Yeah, Netsky and guys like that as well, man.
Yeah, Belgium, but that's just across the border, really.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't know what it is. I guess in Holland always, like the scene used to be like very dance sort of orientated in the sense that basically people would just go out to drum and bass nights because they like to dance it.
Okay.
But they wouldn't really particularly follow certain DJs too much or actually know all the tunes. But that seems to have gone away slightly, and maybe dubstep has taken over a little bit as well, because that seems to be quite booming in Holland.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things, I guess. It just sort of
cycles, isn't it? It cycles.
I think that's it. It's no reason to get really concerned. I'm sure it will come back a bit, but it is a shame right now. But
that's what I keep telling myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, the first track we're going to play it's really funny you played this track, because I was doing an old school set a few weeks back and was slipping through some Photech track. And when you're going to play an old school set, there's about 50 Photech tracks you can play. Yeah. And this track is special, man. Night 10, Itchy Rui. Tell us why you're playing this, man.
Well, I was thinking about which track to pick, and there's just so much.
Many tracks.
I'm a proper like vinyl collector as well, and I've got an extreme love for like sort of that 98, 97
Wicked.
era.
Yeah.
And I was coming up with some really deep Source Direct Alias stuff and whatever, and I was thinking like maybe for the radio I'll go with this one. It's just such a brilliantly produced track, and I think there's actually still nothing like it, like this particular track. So alien sounding.
Did you ever see the video for this?
Yeah, I did. It's like
he recorded that at Mount Fuji with real samurais, man. They got the hook up on real samurais to record this kind of crazy sword fight for this track.
Yeah, it just looks like the Seventh Samurai, doesn't it?
Yeah, incredible stuff. A great choice from the Vaults, the mighty Fotek and Nighten Ichirui. We have Icicle here talking about his wonderful album. We're going to be talking a little bit more straight after this. Don't forget we have the rewind track. We've got loads going on. We've got a track from Bailey and Chrissy Chris. All before the end of the show. It's Fabio. It's Sunday night. It's Monday morning.
The biggest guests and the biggest tracks on the world's biggest drum and bass show.
Nighten Ichirui. Great choice of track, man. Who's your favourite producer, by the way? Who's
that's a difficult one, isn't it?
Or who kind of like? We'll name a few names that have influenced you over the years.
All right, I'd say Fotek, Source,
Johnny L. By any chance?
Massively. Yeah. trying to leave that out.
Yeah.
At Russian Optical, metalhead stuff, a lot of it. That stuff, the good music.
So listen, the album is kind of like you do pay homage in a lot of ways to the 90s on the album. Even tracks like Arrows reminds me of The Western by Ronnie Size, and it's got that kind of very simplistic kind of vibe to it. Do you miss that era? Do you miss the simplicity of the tracks from the 90s? And
yeah, I do. I mean, well, I don't know if I miss it like that because the music is still there.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it's obviously, like I said before as well, it's like, that 98, 97, a bit later, a bit earlier. That's definitely the era of drum and bass for me that I was most into and still think produced some of the best tracks. So I guess, with the album, I just tried to put that type of sound just into it, you know what I mean? Because I think it's, maybe in a way, I was brought up with that sound. That's just a part of me. That's the foundation of my drum and bass, like my taste in drum and bass, really, I think.
Yeah, and when you record tracks, are you a nighttime person?
I am an all over the place type person.
Really?
I mean,
anytime you can kind of person.
Yeah. I guess predominantly nighttime. I have to say my sleeping rhythms haven't been that steady of late. To be honest.
And I just want to know, because I don't really make music, so and to everyone out there just listening, don't really know what's behind like producing and stuff like that. Ideas. Now you go in there. Do you start off with a sound and then try and build it from there, or do you have a set idea in your head before you start the track?
That kind of depends, I guess. Sometimes you actually have a set idea and you try and do it and you go completely a different way along the lines, or you actually get there, which is great as well. Sometimes you just have one of those days you kind of click away, you've got a couple of sounds there and you know, just see what that sound can be as well. So I think the important thing for me is to not have too much of a set process and just kind of see where it goes sometimes, or when you have a good idea, just follow it through. And not get too stuck in your same way of like, kick, there we go, the snare, there's the bass, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Just keep it sort of a little bit varied, bring some different gear into the studio as well. Just sort of keep it, interesting.
Keep the sounds fresh and interesting, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
And being in the studio, do you get kind of like a bit kind of crazy in there sometimes?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, cabin fever, studio fever is twice
crazy.
As bad.
I know, for real, man.
Sometimes you do, especially working on the album, because I had to just work so hard and I pushed myself much more than I ever done, and that just meant, in between gigs, I did nothing more than, eat, sleep and studio.
And live this stuff, man.
Yeah. But you obviously you have days where you barely talk to people and stuff like that, which is obviously not brilliant.
I have those days. Nothing to do with music though. It's just me. It's a bit weird.
It can be really nice though, can't it?
But this is your first album. The first album is probably the most important because it's all your years of, like, all your influences, everything that's happened before, you do put into the first album. I always remember Goldie saying that about Timeless, that he will never ever to replicate that again, because it was everything, like all these anxieties, all these kind of hopes and fears put into that one album, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you think you put your all into it, or is there still a lot left in the tank, man?
I do feel like I've put a lot in there. That was the plan. That was the only thing that I was going to be happy with in the end of the day. I mean, I guess, with an album, especially your debut album, you kind of write it for yourself in that way.
For sure.
So I have done that. I mean, I've got some stuff in the tank, but like... I would always say that, wouldn't I?
You don't want to say, well, actually, I've done the album and I am totally burnt out.
Yeah, that's it.
It's all over for me.
No, but, I definitely did try and put a lot into it. And, just a lot of, I guess, like, emotions as well. And, just to get like a good sort of cross-section of
get a good balance to it.
Yeah, I tried to balance it out as good as I could. I think that's really important with an album. It needs to be balanced. That's what sets it apart.
That's the most important thing, man.
Yeah, from like a couple of 12 inches. You know what I mean? Like that's
something you can listen to on the road and you can kind of like relate to on another level. Albums.
Definitely.
We're going to play a track from the album. It's something a slightly different tempo. A track called "I Feel You." Well, tell me about this track.
It's a drum and bass thing. It's like a rolling drum and bass thing.
Yeah.
Quite techno influence, quite minimal roller, and basically, because I've been saying that a lot about my album, about my style anyway. That I've got a big influence, like a big love for techno, which I think on this track comes out really well. And yeah, it's like, it's got that quick 16 808 bongos going on.
Wicked, man.
Wicked, yeah. No, it doesn't seem like anybody's really done that in drum and bass. It seems to be going mad in like the 130 type stuff.
For sure, man.
And yeah, this is my take on that in a drum and bass form, I guess.
And this track's smashing it, man. This track really, really does well out there, man.
I can't complain. You know what I mean?
So we've got Icicle. Great stuff, man. The album's out there already, so you can get it in your shops. Here's a great track from the album, a track entitled "I Feel You." Big up to Adam. We confused us all, but we got there in the end. Got Icicle in the house. We've got the rewind track coming up. We've got some killer cuts before the end of the show. Telling you more about Chaser's status, telling you what's going on with the Radio 1 Weekender. It's Fabio, it's Sunday night, it's Monday morning.
I feel you.
track entitled I Feel You. Wicked stuff, man. Right, you got Robert Owens in the album, who is you know, personal favourite of mine. How did you get the hook up with that, and how was it working with him?
Well, I guess the hookup just comes from basically Shogun sent some stuff out to him, some sort of more or less finished tracks, and we just kind of seen if he was interested to do something for it. He came back to us and said that he was really into the tracks, and then from there we just sort of went to the studio, and basically I had the tracks more or less finished.
So it was quite, you know, easy for him to come in and drop a vocal over it.
Yeah, basically. And he came into the studio with, like, you know, this booklet of, like, all sorts of different vocals and lyrics that he wrote.
Wow,
and
that's deep.
You know, he just sort of came in and was like, how about I do this? And he just instantly smashed it. Came in with a killer hook for both tracks, and then, you know, did it 50 different ways for me as well, and doubled it up and did it really quickly. Yeah, it was brilliant. And, you know, he's so talented. Sorry.
Yeah,
absolutely no effort for him to do it. You know what I mean?
So what next for Icicle, man? You've done the album now. You know, you've been around. You've established yourself as a player in the game. What next for you? Might you dabble maybe with some other tempos, or maybe, you know, like do some other stuff, or you're going to be kind of like, you know, still doing a kind of like the drum and bass thing for the next album?
Well, I'm definitely going to stick with drum and bass as well, but, you know, I've been doing different tempos a bit. The dubstep has been going really well. I've been writing that. I'll definitely keep doing more, and, you know, I want to sort of diversify a bit, experiment and see what's in between.
Absolutely,
you know?
man.
You see dubstep sort of falling apart in so many different styles right now, which is really interesting. Like I said before, I've got like a lot of love for techno, so I'll definitely want to go a little bit in that direction, just see how far I can take it. And, you know, just kind of lose the genres a little bit and just sort of keep the sound or something.
Absolutely, man. And what is it, you know, this is the burning question. What is it that makes you love drum and bass? Because, you know, we all of us in the game, we all get a bit frustrated, and I say this to most of the artists that come by the show. What is it, though, that keeps you, you know, so kind of like locked onto this music and keeps that love there for the music? What is it, man?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of those ones, it's hard to describe, but I guess, you know, when you've got like a track in drum and bass that you really like, you hear that on a big system,
yeah, man,
the bass
nothing
hits
like
you,
it, is there?
That is just so intense, you know what I mean? Absolutely. And, you know, then you keep chasing the high, I guess.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And I know what you're saying, you know, as you can have your down moments with drum and bass, and you go out and you hear, there's nothing like hearing a wicked tune on a great sound system, man.
Absolutely.
You know, it just does it. So anyway, man, anyone you want to big up before we're going to play your last track in a minute? Anyone that you want to kind of give some shouts to helped you along the way?
Oh, well, you know, obviously lots of people, man. You know, like Shogun, obviously, Friction, you know, man behind me right now, Adam, doing a great job on the promotions as well. And, you know, a lot of people, yourself for having me for the second time.
Yeah, man.
And, yeah, you know, everybody that supported me, really. And, you know, most of all, obviously, people that are listening right now, people that buy my music, the people that make sure that I'm, you know, not just a guy with a computer at home. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, as I said, you know, I've met you, Lensman and Switch, I think, in Belgium many years ago. I remember that night that they had in Belgium, and I saw you guys there, man, for the first time.
Yeah.
That was a great night. And seeing your career progress, man, and you know, the album, I think, is a real kind of achievement for you, man, because, you know, I think you really made the grade with this album, and I think it's a great album, man. So best of luck with the album. The album is out now. You got one more track to play us, and this is an exclusive.
Yeah.
And tell us about this, man.
Well, basically, it's one of the tracks of my album is Redemption with Robert Owens, which is the 138 sort of housey dubstep thing.
Right.
And we're going to do a little sort of extra package, release it like just after the album with 2 remixes, a Marco Del Horno remix and an Alex Perez remix, drum and bass remix, which is the track we're going to play next. And yeah, that's going to be coming out like early summer. I'm not sure on the release date now, but it's going to come out slightly after the album. And yeah, there you go.
Great stuff. Well, Icicle, I'll tell you one thing as well. Your English is immaculate. You know what I'm saying? It really is. I mean, you speak better English than my driver. Trust me, H. He ain't gonna like that, but that's truth. But best of luck with the album. Best of luck with the album, man, because I think it's a great album. I'll be seeing you out on the road, man. And lastly as well, you're going to be doing some, I know you're not going to give some dates away, but you're going to be doing some stuff live as well, right?
Yeah. Well, that's one of the big things I'm working on now as well. No laptops, just gear, synthesizers, drum computers, you know.
I mean, that's the way forward, man. That's the way forward. Well, listen, man, when you're doing your live stuff, I'm going to be there, man, because I'm going to be wanting to check that out.
Wicked.
Icicle, thank you very, very much.
Thanks for having me, man.
Best of luck on the road.
Thank you.
Safe journeying.
Hey, cheers. Thanks.
Many, many thanks to Icicle. The last track we play from the man himself is Redemption. Robert Owens with Alex Perez on the remix. Wicked stuff. So we haven't got long left. We are going to try and race through everything real quick. Listen to Fabio on Radio 1.
Can't you feel the need in me? Can I get your love, girl? Can I get your love? Is there a place inside for me?
You heard it here first. Exclusive business right here on the Drum and Bass Show.
Exclusive.
Your love, girl, can I get your love? Can I get your love, girl? Can I get your love? Is there a place inside for me?
It's Fabio and Grooverider bringing the worlds together with the sounds of drum and bass on your radio.
Can I get your love, girl? Can I get your love? Your love, girl, can I get your love? Is there a place inside for me?
Many, many, many thanks to Icicle. His album Under the Ice is out well, it's out already. What am I talking about? It was out last week, Monday. A great album. Check it out on Shogun Records. Right, we have got so much things to do before the end of the show. So we're going to get on it. Straight after this, we have the Rewind track. We've got a track from Bailey and Chrissy Chris. And some monster cuts all before the end of the show. Brand new from Critical Impact. Yeah. Remember, next week we have Chasing Status in the house. That's going to be special. And we have the Radio 1 big weekend in Carlisle. Man, I tell you what, that is a date for the diary. Even if you got to travel to go down there, it is worth it, man. Great acts. The usual Chris Morgs versus Tim Westwood, that is always a great laugh. So, can't wait for that. And another thing I can't wait for, and it's arrived. It's time for Groove to possibly say the favourite part of my show. Here we go.
Rewind, rewind, rewind. It's Fabio, it's Grooverider going toe-to-toe with the biggest tunes. It's Battle of the Rewinds.
Good evening, Mr. Fabio. It's time for the Rewind track. This week we're going for something pretty dangerous. I gave you advance warning last week on my show. I don't know if you heard it, but yeah, I was calling you out because this tune's too much. It's called Slosh Pit by DJ Pleasure. Check this out, man.
is Groove's rewind track for this week. Wicked stuff. Track by Pleasure, who's kind of blowing up right now. Right, Groove, I'm going to come from a different angle. I'm going to come from a deep angle at you this week. This is my boy Calibre, and he's got nasty. We all know Calibre for his really beautiful, melancholy kind of flowing kind of vibes. This is a touch of nastiness. Got a little bit of evil in it, man. So my rewind track is Untitled. What a surprise from Calibre. And check this out. Remember the track listings for all the tracks you can get online. We've got a track from Bailey and Chrissy coming up, and we have got a couple of killers before the end of the show, so don't go anywhere. Remember, if you want to salute the winner, go on the Facebook wall, tell us who won.
Yo, rewind, pull up! It's the battle of the rewinds, and this one is a monster!
Pull up! Pull up! Pull up! Pull up! Pull up!
Wicked stuff. The rewind track this week, Calibre versus Pressure. Everyone's a winner. Right, we haven't got long left, so we've got one extra's Bailey and one extra's Chrissy Chris choosing a track for us this week. And this is Bailey and Chrissy Chris.
It's Fabio, it's Chrissy Chris, and
it's Bailey from the One Extra Drum and Bass Show.
If you want to check me out, you know, if you're just rolling about after Swerve, before Swerve, if Swerve ain't on, you can catch my show from 1 a.m. And Bailey from...
I'm on Wednesdays from 10 till 1 in the morning. Every flavour's covered, as always.
We've got a big tune for Fab this week. It's called Fire Fist, and it's by a guy called Taser, which is actually Hazard's brother.
Many thanks to Chrissy and Bailey. Of course, they do their thing. One extra each and every Wednesday. Right, we've got a couple more tracks to play. Something from across the water, Flacco, forthcoming on Good Looking Records.
Vaya, ¿qué pasa?
Going back to that whole old Brazilian kind of carnival style. That mid-90s Pachifi kind of marky kind of vibe. Flavors. One more track and then we're out. Coming up at 4, of course, Dev. Big shout to Sarah B.
Nueva York.
Yes, going to be hearing more of that track on my next show. A track called Pontas La Marias by my boy Flacco. And we have run out of time. Got to send out some Facebook shouts first. Get my teeth in as well. Big shout going out to Steve Webster, also to Aaron Bill, to Scotty Irison, who says listening in from Vancouver. There's a joke there that I will not tell. From Vancouver, BC in Canada, rad show, much respect. To Pete Kovacevic, to Brian Talbot, to Damien Clark, to Isaac Francis, to Oliver DeLuc. And finally to JW Cook, who says big shout from Los Angeles, great show. Thank you very